Everyone, this is Kim with Abundant Life Tarot, and we are doing our Astro Monthly Love, Life, and Abundance readings for all 12 astrological signs. We want to claim April as a very powerful, loving, passionate month for all of us. So let's claim that right now into our existence, no matter what the readings hold for us, right? And it's all good, and it's all free will, right? So if we hear something in the reading that doesn't suit our fancy, it's not like we can't take some information and prepare ourselves for what's to come and maybe even change course. So just be mindful of that. Finally, this is a general reading, so I am not able to possibly cover every scenario that could be affecting every single person, as this is just a snapshot of the overall energies affecting these people under these astrological signs. So for a more specific reading, tailored to you, tailored to your specific situation, definitely reach out to me. I do private Skype type readings or video readings, so I am available to you for that. You can head over to abundantlifetarot.com or check out my Etsy store, and I have lots of reading options that'll suit your situation, your budget, etc. So I just want to preface that now. I think, also you must understand that I am a reader, that I divine. And yes, there are some fortune telling aspects to my readings, but mostly I am looking at the snapshot of the energies that we're coming into, and then looking at ways of how we can work around or through it to have the best possible outcome. So that's what I'm doing when I'm doing readings. So it's, if you're coming here looking for winning lotto numbers, that's just not going to be what I'm doing here. So just want to say that. But anyways, I want to also thank you all for watching and checking out these videos. It means a lot to me. And yeah, now my only request is for you to pick up your favorite beverage, sit back, chill, and listen to your astro reading for April. Much love. Thank you all so much for watching. Hello Libras, this is Kim. I am doing your April Life, Love, and Abundance readings. This is the monthly reading for you, and I am excited to get started. So let's look at the general overarching energies that Libras will be working with for the month, or during the month of April 2018. What will our Libra friends be facing, dealing with, working through in the month of April? Dreams. And we have secrets. Okay, so we have dreams and secrets, okay? So for some of you Libras, this is people who maybe have dreams that are in secret dreams, things, aspirations that they're finally ready to start letting live out loud, be in the world. It could be something wild, like maybe you wanted to your whole life be a tattoo artist. Now you get an opportunity to learn it, in a weekend, just something wacky like that, but not necessarily wacky. But just what I'm saying is that your dreams are now not living so much in secret, but now they are coming out. They've been up here, but now they're manifesting down into the physical form. They've been up here in the ethers and the where the matter is, where things come and coalesce together to become a manifestation, a dream manifested. Some of you will be actually dealing with literal secrets coming to light, or you holding on to secrets. But I really don't get necessarily a sense that this is secrets in a bad way. I really get more of a sense this is more to do with holding in what really would make your life feel like a dream life, and finally coming to a place where you want to reveal it. We'll look at these cards. We're going to keep these cards out because these are the overarching energies that you'll be dealing with and working through for April. And so sometimes I really draw from them throughout the entire reading. We'll see how these two energies manifest itself. And perhaps when you look at the cards, you may see something in them that tell you something about what it is it's going to possibly mean in the month of April for you. All right. What does Libras need to surrender to have a wonderful, powerful life beginning now in April? What do they need to surrender? What do our Libra friends need to surrender to achieve good life? Okay. Any other messages? 3. Okay, we'll stop there. Surrender denial. Accept people and situations exactly as they are without denying the difficulties. Then you can see things clearly and make the best decisions. Okay. So, again, I think this is dealing with you being able to or not being able to, for example, accept people and situations exactly as they are without denying the difficulties. That is true, and that is for many of you in different areas of your life, dealing with maybe loved ones or workplace situations. But I also get a sense that this is tied to this, where surrender denial of your dreams. Stop being blinded by what you want to have as perceived security. Don't deny yourself your dreams. Don't suffocate them. Don't try to stifle them. It is now time for, Spirit is now calling you, Libras, to step into your dreams, step into your power. You need to do this. The universe needs this from you, is what Spirit is telling me emphatically to you. So surrender denial, but also there is a segment of the Libra population that this is speaking to about surrendering. Not, some of you are not able to accept people and situations exactly as they are without denying the difficulties. It says, accept people and situations exactly as they are without denying the difficulties. Then you can see things clearly and make the best decisions. The same goes for your dreams. Okay? Apply that to your dreams. Surrender to miracles. Be open to miracles occurring in your life. Feel and know that these events are real. Let go of any resistance and banish any doubts that miracles can happen. A major dream killer is your own self, your own doubts about whether or not something can happen. When you surrender to miracles and stop focusing on so much on how something cannot happen, and you just surrender to, I surrender to the magic of the universe is something I might say if I were you. I surrender to the miracles of the universe. I receive daily miracles from the universe. Those are powerful affirmations that will bring us back to the now, bring us back to our power, which is the now, right? You need to surrender denial and surrender to miracles is the advice that Spirit really wants you to feel and know this month, Libras. Okay, let me scoot these over so you can see those over here. Okay. All right. So let's look at some tarot advice, tarot energy here. Spirit, what advice or what will Libras be working through in the month of April in life, in the area of life? All right, so we have the Eight of Wands, the Ten of Swords, the Emperor, and the Page of Swords. And then for good measure, help speed this reading along, we're going to look at Spirit, what outside or inside influences will be affecting Libra in the month of March and tied into this tarot reading for our Libra friends for the month of April. I just love when they drop on the floor, right? See if there's any additional ones before I bend over. Okay. Oh, sorry guys. Okay, support. Let's see if there's anything else. Any other messages? Oh. Okay, so we have here, I'll put these over here. So first we have the Eight of Wands, and there's a lot of, in terms of, wands, there's the wands here, and then we have the swords, and then we have the Emperor. The wands deals with, passions, ambitions, forward, and then the Eight of Wands is forward movement in, passions, receiving good news, but swiftly, you having to make swift choices, you having to really move fast and move on just on a dime in the month of April. There's a sense of just this constant things coming at you and you having to jump and dodge and maneuver, and that could be in your work life. Maybe there's projects that have been, coming at you, deadlines that are due. You just are trying to catch a break. Some of you, it's maybe not work related, it's school related. You've got a lot of assignments that have all of a sudden have come due, and you're trying to maintain and stay, on top of everything. And then we have the Ten of Swords, which shows us someone who has been stabbed in the back and really, really could be dead from this, but then when you have a death, you have a new beginning. For some of you, maybe school is coming to an end. So although things are coming at you, that summer is coming. For some of you, graduation is coming. So it's the end of, your educational career and the beginning of your work career. For some of you, it is, the ending of, working at a particular employment or place of employment. You're no longer going to be working there. You're going to be doing a new type of job for a new company. The Ten of Swords could be whether it's a voluntary or involuntary termination of a job. That could be happening in April for you Libras. But it's not all bad. You see how there's light illuminated here, and there's the sunrise, I like to say. That is the new beginning, and that is the new hope and the new dawn. When there's tough times, you've been going through it, in the past with whatever this is dealing with this Eight of Wands energy. And now you're like, okay, I guess I'm forced to come to a conclusion with this cycle in my life. It's in the end of a cycle. The Emperor comes in and the Page of Swords comes in with news. And like I said, of a new beginning, news of, with the Page of Swords, clarity of thought, perhaps job offers, where you're going to have to make quick decisions, facing the Emperor energy, facing a new boss, someone who has much more sprawling control or span of control than you're used to dealing with. Perhaps you are called to be the Emperor this month, where you are having to step into the role where you have to really manage over your family, manage over students, manage over, workers. There's a sense where you just had to progress to this role for whatever reason. Perhaps there was a termination with someone else that led to this moment for you. Let's look at the guidebook for these. We have finances, support, and body changes. So let's take a look here at the Butterfly Oracle cards. Guidebook. Finances. This card signals a change in your financial situation. Please don't allow yourself to assume that it is a negative reversal. The only reason why you would feel afraid is because the ego associates change with fear. Yet, this card heralds a reward for the diligent work you've done and are committed to continuing. Through the spiritual law of cause and effect, efforts always yield corresponding results. This also means that if you haven't been actively putting in effort, your financial returns will reflect this. Happily, though, you do have the power to change your finances for the better by taking the steps that you are divinely guided to. Keep your thoughts elevated, because positive thoughts really do create beneficial financial changes. Additional meanings, good timing to ask for a raise or promotion. And that could be, you having to go through a series of interviews and then ending a job and then going to a new job, a promotion. So the ending of your old job duties, the beginning of new job duties. Starting a new business for some of you, that could be this. Reducing expenses. Caution, and so that could be the Emperor energy, where you have to come in and really this month tighten your bootstraps, Libras, so that way, by the end of the month you could say, hey, I actually did savings and see the results in my bank account. Caution about whom you enter into a business agreement or sign a contract with. It could mean an investor is coming along, or an inheritance for some of you. Winning a settlement, a favorable outcome, graduation, and we mentioned this earlier, settled debt. So that ties into this for sure. Then we have the support card. Let's see what that's about. You receive this card because you've been accustomed to doing everything yourself, and now it's time to request and receive help. This is a valuable life lesson that will allow you to grow in every area. So think of it as an investment. This card indicates that it's time for self-honesty, in which you admit to yourself that there's one or more areas where you benefit from getting assistance. This is not the same as telling yourself that you've done something wrong, though. It's just that many parts of life require a team approach, with people pooling their strengths together to help each other. Additional meanings: money coming to you. Joining a support group, child support or alimony, consultation with a healthcare professional, asking for the support you need, allowing yourself to be supported. Some of you may have secret dreams of weight loss or really getting healthy again, and you haven't really uttered this even to your partner, or even really to friends or family or your medical providers. But this is telling me, I just all of a sudden got an intuition about this. This is telling me that the support and the body changes and the dreams, these are hidden dreams that many of us hold, where we maybe have a friend in our life who has drastically lost a lot of weight. And we are a little envious of that, but we can't really tell our friends that we're envious of that. Well, some of us can. I wouldn't have a problem with it. I'd be like, I really want to get on your weight loss plan. Or at least get some tips from you. You know what I mean? So This month, though, I find that you're going to push past that. You're going to reckon with those secrets and say, you know what, I'm not going to live in secret anymore. I have dreams that I want to attain. Me looking and feeling my best is a real important dream of mine that needs to happen for me to move to the next level of my life. I want to be more visible in my company, for example. I need to feel confident to do that. You're going to get, Spirit is saying you're going to get that support. Allowing yourself to be supported. So surrendering to those miracles, surrendering denial of the help that you need to get. Let's take a look at body changes. All right. This card guides you to focus on changes in your body so that you can influence it in a healthy direction. It's time to take charge of your own health and remain optimistic. After all, the butterflies show us the power of going through physical changes as they enter the chrysalis phase. You are undergoing a similar preparation stage, which will bring you blessings of new strength and insights. Whether your body changes are a result of the aging process, your medical status, or your lifestyle, this card reminds you that you have many options available. Give yourself permission to take positive and helpful action steps supportive of your physical well-being. Additional meanings: a new exercise program, changing your health care regimen, improving your diet, getting a makeover. Sorry guys, my dog is barking. Bishop, no. Oh, sorry guys. Not sure what's going on there. Maybe someone at the door. Additional meanings: a new exercise program, changing your health care regimen, improving your diet, getting a makeover. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. Some powerful, powerful stuff. Let's take a look at your abundance. How can Libras bring in more abundance in the month of April into their life? How? Spirit, let us know. Sorry, guys. Bishop, no. Okay, so we have savings. As you consistently save for your future is saved. You do your future self a big favor as you consistently set aside present funds. This is a part of your self-care and path to feeling secure as you focus upon your life purpose. Donations, tithing, and charitable work. Give joyfully to the organizations and people who spiritually support and inspire you, and know that your generosity will be returned to you many-fold in miraculous ways. The time, supplies, money, or other resources you donate will ensure that your positive energy multiplies. And so, again, there's a call for you to really get clear, Libra, about what your dreams are for yourself this month and going forward. Once you get clear on that, it makes it easier to know what you're financially saving for, what you're financially working for. And then it also helps you get clear on what you don't really need to be spending your money on anymore, because it's not really in alignment anymore with where you're trying to go. But you gotta have a roadmap. So I invite you in the month of April to, the beginning of April even, to really sit down, write out, journal, make a list, whatever you need to do to get clear about what your dreams are. And then start to look at all the areas of your life and then see what's in alignment currently and what you can continue to really build and grow in your life that's in alignment with your values and your dreams, and then start to let go of what's no longer serving you, and certainly what's no longer in alignment with your dreams. All right, let's move to the love area. All right, Spirit, what guidance do you have for Libras in the area of love, both for coupled and singles, for the month of April? what are the energies for sensual and sexual and romantic? Okay. All right, Libra. So we have justice. As we have the two vessels, although this is, I believe, justice, and then we have the two vessels, which is balance or temperance, and then we have 6 of Cups. So for our Libras, let's look at our single ones first, and then I'll move to couples. But for our single Libras, we have a sense of finally having balance coming into our work life, our emotional life, our family life, to finally have room for love, to finally make room for love. You're finally in a place where you're able to, just be able to go out and hang out with friends, be able to not work as much at your job, so you're having more free time to go on dates. So things are finally becoming in balance for you. Maximize on this time, Spirit is saying. Continue to maintain that balance, maintain emotional balance, maintain that work-life balance, so you can continue to have room to date. Because if you don't have room to date in your life, in your schedule, how are you going to have room to build a relationship? How are you going to have room to build a life with someone, a family? People always want the full life, and a lot of times you can have a very full life, but you do have to at some point make some room for what it is you're trying to have come in. But this signals to me that there will be a sense of the outer sense working. So I get a sense that for our single Libras, this is the external. Your job situation changes, so now it allows for more time into your life to make time for love and connection. And then this is you internally, the Temperance card, the two vessels, providing that inner balance that you need in order to sustain this and keep this going. And I tell you, I see nothing but love blossoming as a result of this. So really, really make sure that this is a priority for you if you're single and you wish to bring in love. And April is prime for that. The cards are aligned for that. For our coupled up Libras, again, just like with the singles, there's an external balancing that's happening. And these are major arcana energies, meaning that most Libras will be experiencing this throughout the month of April. It's more of like an energy that can't really be shaped or shifted like the minor arcana energies. So you will have an external kind of balance of justice going on in your relationship and the things going on and around in your life that are finally coming into balance, that allows room for you and your partner to connect, to really sensually vibe together. And then there's this internal balance that's happening within you as well, where you are finally able to balance emotional, relationships, balance the demands that's going on in the rest of your life. But you're able to do it with a sense of grace, and your partner picks up on that, wants to shower you with love. You guys are having that old school relationship connection this month in April. It's really a beautiful time for you. Maybe some of you are celebrating anniversaries, or it feels like an anniversary time for you. Because again, when you are finally able to get some balance going on in the rest of your life, it allows room in your romantic life to be able to be the romancer, be the romancey, So it's a beautiful time for you as an individual and as you as a coupled up Libra. Let's get some love. Advice from the romance angel spirit. What advice do you have for our coupled and single Libras for the month of April? What advice do you have? Now. I'll just stop there. Okay, now this message is for some of you Libras who are watching, for specific Libras who are watching. Deception. Someone is wearing a false self mask in this relationship. And this could be the secrets. This could be you. This could be your partner. This could be a Libra that maybe you're not the Libra in the situation. You have a loved one who's a Libra. They're holding a secret, wearing a false self mask in this relationship. And then release your ex. The time has come to clear your energy. So this is definitely speaking to a segment of the Libra population who may one day watch this. And when they do watch this, and when I say that this reading is for April, I mean that it also is for whenever a Libra watches it. And it could be several months from now, but if this is the first time you watched it, then this message is probably for that time period. All right, let's take a look at the guidebook for deception. This card is a loving nudge for you to beware of deception within a relationship. This can involve something mild, such as a run-of-the-mill politeness, where your partner is afraid of offending you by sharing true feelings. Perhaps you're the one wearing the mask because you aren't disclosing something to your partner. Deep down, you know what this card pertains to. The romance angels are trying to protect your heart. Please say this invocation either silently or aloud. Romance angels, I ask that you give me very clear guidance that I can easily notice and understand to reveal the truth about this situation to my conscious awareness. Then, notice and trust the signs that follow. This card is also a reminder to you about the importance of being genuine with your partner. Although discussing your true feelings may be uncomfortable, it will improve your relationship on many levels. Release your ex. The time has come to clear your energy. You drew this card because your love life will improve once you emotionally and energetically release your ex-lover. The benefits of doing so include increased happiness, feelings of freedom, and the ability to attract a new lover who would otherwise sense the presence of your ex in your aura. The moment you make the decision to let go of the past, it is done. Sometimes this is akin to peeling layers from the onion. So, continue releasing your ex whenever old, familiar feelings arise, or you find yourself attracting people reminiscent of him or her. As the painting on this card depicts, you may want to ceremonially burn a letter to release the old relationship energy and symbolically let go of old feelings. Or you can call upon the romance angels to clear lingering attachments to your ex. Some of you may have secret dreams of reuniting with an ex, and this card is confirmation. Don't bark up that tree. Trust and believe. It's not worth it. It is not worth it. All right. And finally, we're going to work with the Heal Yourself reading cards with some closing words for Libra. What spirit can Libra take away for some healing medicine for the month of April that they can work on and meditate on? One card, please. For Libra, April. Healing medicines. Oh my gosh. healing. Actual healing. Let's see. Let us see. 21. Illness and pain in your body is a message for you to slow down, look within, and make important changes. So the balance card, probably at the beginning of the month, you're going to be feeling that need to have some healing. But by the end of the month, you will have championed that. Good job. I'm going to say that preemptively. All right, so I'll read from the guidebook here. It says, if you are experiencing stress, feel overwhelmed, or suffering ailments in your body, or feel exhausted and depressed, it means that your body is trying to communicate with you. Body changes. Nice. Okay. In a more loving manner and listening to the messages it is sending you. You need to become conscious of the areas in your life that you are avoiding or suppressing. Healing takes time. It is a process. Your first step towards healing is to create a safe, loving, supportive environment where you can listen to your inner wisdom. And again, I get body changes and I get this as a secret dream, but it's coming when dreams don't just fall out of the sky, although it feels that way. They are divinely planted in you because there's a need to have a healing there. So listen to your body. Many of you who are getting this reading or seeing this reading for this month know what this is speaking to. This is a sign for you, okay? This is a sign. Let the healing transform you. Let it transform your whole life like it is suggested here. All right, my lovely Libras, thank you so much for watching. Until the next video, many blessings. Hello Scorpios, this is Kim and I am doing your April monthly love and life and abundance reading. Good to be with you tonight. Let's go get right on into it. All right, Spirit, for April, what are the energies, the overarching energies that Scorpios will be working with or working through in the month of April 2018? What are we working on or working through? Any other messages? Thank you, Spirit. We've got manifest and wounded. From my lovely Dear Heart Oracle. Oh, not my lovely. One of my favorite decks, though. Manifest and wounded. So, in the month of April, Scorpios, there's going to be opportunities for you to manifest things you really are trying to have blossom and come up into your life. And that's all wonderful. Ella, shh. Sorry, y'all. My daughter is still up. Still kind of early. So we have manifesting of, things that you've been wanting to blossom and to flourish. And then as a result of that, or because of it, there's wounds that have been kind of coming up to the surface. Wounds that you thought you had dealt with. Wounds that may be appearing new kind of wounds, but really they're just it's the same kind of scar, or same kind of wound, but different scar, if you will. And meaning that it's the same kind of undercurrent hurt that's been going on throughout your life, but it's just it's coming up in a different person or a different relationship or a different kind of hurt between you and your partner. There's something going on in the month of April with Scorpios where you are confronted with having to deal with some wounds in your life, in your heart space. Wounds maybe with your partner, if it's not so much directly with you, but it could be your partner is dealing with some wounds. Maybe wounds with children, wounds where relationships need to be healed with mother, daughter, father, son, father, daughter, you know, either way, whether it's you being the parent or you being the child. But manifesting, when this card typically comes up, it could come up and say, yeah, you're manifesting wounds, stop it. That could be for a good segment of the population with Scorpios. But it also could be kind of just coming alongside. You know, you are manifesting, and when you manifest and start to move towards the life that you want, things start to come to the surface, and that's a good thing. You want the wounds to come to the surface. You want to finally deal with them because you don't want things to stay underneath and fester and stew. We know like what that can cause. Let's look at what Scorpios need to surrender in the month of April to live their best life. Spirit, what does Scorpios need to surrender in April 2018 to live their best life? Let's go with those two. Surrender to the wisdom of your body. Listen to your body's messages about a person or situation. If you feel physically drained or uncomfortable, be cautious. If you're energized and happy, move forward. So listen to the signals this month closely, Scorpio. Your intuition is going to be guiding you and leading you to where you need to go and what you need to be doing. And so what Spirit is inviting you, the medicine that Spirit is providing you with these particular cards, is to remember your intuition, your instincts are always there and always ready to be relied upon. Exercise them this month in April, okay? Whenever you find yourself questioning a person or questioning their authenticity or questioning a situation, sit for a moment with it and listen to what your body is telling you about that situation so you can avoid more wounds, right? Surrender comparisons with other people. Keep your eyes trained on yourself. Focus on your own strengths, attractiveness, and power. So some of your wounds are not necessarily caused from external things going on the outside of you, but a lot of it is going on the inside of you, where you may be self-imposing these wounds on yourself. Stop comparing yourself with other people's journeys, other people's bodies, other people's looks, other people's money, bank account, all that. No more comparison. No more comparisons. They're not serving you. You just need to stop and remember to get clear about what it is you want for whose life? Your life, not anyone else's. We all get caught up in that game, and that's why I speak so strongly about it, is because it's easy to get caught up in comparing yourself and looking at what you don't have and when you look at someone else's. But you need to be looking and focusing on what you do have, and then also focusing on what you want for your future. That's all about between you and you, not between you, Joe, and you, Sarah. You know, it's between you and you. All right, so let's take a look at the tarot guidance for April for Scorpios in life and abundance. Spirit, what can you reveal to us that Scorpios will need to be dealing with, addressing, and moving through? What are we working through? Okay, we're going to stop there. I'm called to stop there. Okay, so we have the Queen of Swords. Love that card. We have the Eight of Cups. I apologize. It's like romper room tonight. You guys probably don't even know what romper room is, but it's like, hey, daughter's here playing in the family room with my rambunctious Jack Russell Terrier dog, Bishop. They can't hear us, but I can hear them. We have the Eight of Cups. And then we have the World card. Okay, so We have the Queen of Swords, which tells me about, it really speaks to about the wounded card that comes up and the comparisons with other people. And the Queen of Swords is someone who's moved past the moments of comparing. She's had to go into survival mode because she's seen some things, she's hurt before. She's had to become a little callous, a little jaded to get the task at hand complete. And that has maybe made her wounded. So for some of you, these are old wounds that you maybe have even dealt with. It's not even something that's, you know, they may come up from time to time, but this could be speaking more to the energy of who you are today. And this could be speaking to who you were. You were a wounded spirit moving about, and now you've wised up to life. Now you are clear. You have a critical eye. You can really look at things now and analyze things and take things really down and to the nuts and bolts of it and get to the point of things. And you demand from others a high level of commitment, a high level of, moving forward. You're not playing, in other words. But the reason why you got to this place was because you had to move away from something. There's the Eight of Cups. So in the month of April, I get a sense that there's some introspection and looking back and doing some retrospect, kind of looking back. But I have to say that I don't know if these are energies that are really for everyone. It's going to be kind of manifesting differently. The Eight of Cups, for example, for some of you will be you leaving a situation that has been constantly wounding you. It's been putting you in a situation where you're constantly comparing yourself. Maybe it's a relationship that's coming to an end. You really didn't want it to end, but you know it's not healthy for you. So you surrender to the wisdom of your body. You decide to move on and go to a place that's more favorable to you. You had to get clear and really have clarity of thought around the situation before you moved. Maybe some of you were looking for a job and you had to stop. Job hunting definitely causes you to compare yourself to others, but it can become very unhealthy. But ultimately, you work through these issues. I get a sense with the Queen of Swords. Queens are like an example of success. Like you've accomplished this. So I get a sense that you get clarity of mind. You get clear about, it's time for me to move on from this situation. I can't continue to be in this situation. It is time for me to go. And these cards are confirmation of that. And these cards are confirmation that Spirit is like, you need to consider walking away from it. And what's on the other side of you walking away from it, Scorpio, is the World card. The world is at your fingertips. The world is available to you. When you let go of the lesser for the greater in life, things really open up. A lot of times we hold on tight to certain people and certain things because we're afraid to let go, because we're afraid of we may not have anything left if we let go of this person, this job, this situation. But that thought in and of itself is blocking the blessing here. And thank goodness for you having the Queen of Swords energy entering into your life at this moment, because it really will help you as you make some decisions about moving away from a situation, because you want to get to the World card. You want to get to that pinnacle of success. You've reached the goal. You reach what you're trying to get to. For some of you, you're reaching for a deeper, more connected, more rewarding, more valuable kind of love. For some of you, you're looking for feeling value at your workplace. For others, it's, you're trying to let go of childhood wounds. It doesn't matter what the goal is. You will have to come to a point where you are going to have to make a decision about letting go of the lesser situation for the greater. All right. Interesting stuff. So what can you tell us about April? What's affecting Scorpios internally and externally in the month of April? What's going on in their life that's affecting that, or that will affect Scorpio? Okay. First card that jumped was Memories. Nice. Self-care. And I also like this with this one, surrender to the wisdom of your body, because sometimes also the spirit is sending you messages through colds and messages through illness to also signal to you that you really need to pay attention and take care and do a lot of self-care work. So in the month of April, please take care to really hone in on your self-care regimen, because if you don't, you will be spending a great deal of time and paying the cost for not taking heed to the advice that's being given. Let's take a look at some additional meanings for Memories and the self-care card. You know, memories about good times coming up for you this month. There may be people coming back to you. Someone may be contacting you from your past, and it's going to trigger some warm memories. It could also trigger some not so warm memories. Some of you may be creating a tribute for a passed over loved one, while others of you will be taking care of your mind through meditation and brain stimulating work. You'll be working on those inner wounds that have been coming up for the past couple of months and now has come to a head in April. You will finally be able to confront those memories and get some healing done. You will be improving your focus and concentration through detoxing and good nutrition. So again, this Queen of Swords, she is focused. She has good clarity of mind. She can concentrate her butt off. Look at her with a pencil to her temple. You know, she's focused. You will be finding yourself able to really focus in, get keen on what the issues are, and get keen on listening to the solutions, listening to the wisdom of your body, listening to the intuition on guiding you to what you need to be doing, where you need to be going. Wow. Let's look at self-care. It's giving you some advice. It's saying go on a retreat, simplify your life, assert yourself, and learn to say no. Learn to say no. You don't have to be super mom or super dad. You don't have to be super employee of the year or super student or super friend or whatever the case may be. You need, in order to accomplish your personal dreams, or even to spend time to even write down what your goals and dreams might be, you have to build in a self-care regimen. And many of you Scorpios who may be watching this video have not been doing that. You've not been valuing your self-care, your health, your well-being. You've been putting your children above your own, or other loved ones above your own needs. That can't continue to go on. There will be a lot of self-healing work this month. So Spirit is saying you really need to take care of your mental and your physical bodies this month of April, because I am asking a lot of you. I need you to heal. So because it's time for you, once you've healed these wounds, it's time for you now to step into your power and tap into what it is that you really have come here to do, what it is your purpose. But first we've got to, clear out the weeds of your mind and of your body. We've got to get some healing going on so that it can be, so the things that you're trying to manifest can manifest on a strong foundation. All right, so let's look at abundance. How can Scorpio bring in more abundance into their life in the month of April? What advice, Spirit, do you have? Any other messages? Okay. Conscious consumer. You have the power to heal and help the world with your decision to buy only products and services that are ethical and environmentally friendly. As a conscious consumer, you choose to invest in fair trade and organic goods. You live simply and you purchase only that which you need. Nice advice. Dreams of abundance. As you sleep, God, your angels, and your higher self are giving you divinely guided ideas, answers, and solutions. Be sure to record your dreams in a journal because they contain valuable insights that will help you manifest your desires into reality. So again, this is talking about manifesting. It's time for you Scorpios to get clear about what your dreams are, what your dreams of abundance are. And this card is also speaking to listening and surrendering to the wisdom of your body, your intuition, being guided in your dreams, your subconscious, listening to it, journaling, and really getting clear about what your dreams are, writing them down, and then taking action steps. They don't have to be big steps, but action steps. And then also, Spirit is asking you now to start thinking outside of just your sphere and start thinking in terms of thinking of the world as your entire neighborhood and encouraging others to do the same. Spirit is really going to start calling upon all of us to be a much more conscious consumer as time goes on. So we should be prepared to start receiving those messages, is what the Spirit is advising here. All right. I'm kind of move some stuff, and I'm going to take a sip of my beverage here. All right. Let's take a look at love. Let's look at the love, sensual, sexual. Oh, that's too many. I gotta scoot back without trying to knock down everything. Okay. Try not to knock down everything. Okay, let's shuffle here. We, Spirit, are looking for what are the April love, sensual, sexual energies for Scorpio in relationships or single, coupled up or single. What do we have going on? Coupled up or single. Okay. Wow. Okay. So we have the Three of Cups and we have the Chariot. Beautiful. So the Three of Cups for our single Scorpios is a good time. You know, you are having fun with your girlfriends or your guy friends in the month of April. Maybe for some of you, you've taken some time off, some vacation time, because it's spring break and you guys are going on vacation, and it's good times to be, sorry guys, take my candle here. It's good times to be had, and it's an opportunity for you to meet up with someone that's special in the month of April, and you really connect with them, while others of you may find yourself kind of in a three-way kind of situation and not necessarily of the variety of the kind you want, while maybe some of you may want this kind of, you know, connection or kind of situation. But nevertheless, it's going to be an exciting time for our single Scorpios for this month, April. For, you know, you have the Chariot here as well. And so a lot of news coming in fast and furious to you about opportunities for love to come your way. You're moving now quickly towards your goal of having a connection with someone, to having, you know, a relationship. For the longest time, Scorpio, you felt like you had missed the train in terms of being able to get a relationship. And now you have found someone that you can kind of ride along with. While others of you, if you don't have anyone on the horizon yet, this is really signifying that you are now in the realm of meeting your partner. Like you are now in this, you know, time frame of probably within a month or so, give or take 1 month to 2 months, where you're going to be meeting this person and they're going to come in and kind of sweep you off your feet. And it's going to be good times in the beginning from what I can see so far. And, you know, again, for some of you, this could be like an extramarital affair where, you know, either you are in the extramarital affair and it's really moving quickly, too quickly for your liking. For some of you, you like this kind of fast pacedness of this particular relationship. It works for you. Others, though, who are in a committed relationship, this shows it could also signify some kind of extramarital activities going on, flirtations, hidden flirtations, that's hastily moving the relationship forward. This also could signify a really good time, a good solid time, a reaching of a milestone in your relationship. Perhaps you guys are celebrating an anniversary, or you're celebrating moving in together. Some of you are really making that commitment, and it's moving fast. The relationship is moving at a lightning speed, and it's good. You're feeling connected. In both scenarios, whether you're single or whether you are in a relationship, you are finding that you are connected to this person. There is chemistry there. There's chemistry with the people you're coming into contact with, single Scorpios, and there's chemistry between you and your partner for the coupled Scorpios. So it's really a beautiful time in terms of love and romance, but it's also, for some of you, kind of a fast-paced moving relationship. And while others of you, it's dealing with, you know, a third party, and how do you navigate that when things are moving so fast? It can be challenging, to say the least. To say the least. Let's take a look at some romantic advice for our Scorpio friends from the romance angels. Spirit, for our coupled and singled up Scorpio friends for April, what do you have to say? Okay, we'll go with it. Okay, worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. Wedding, like we mentioned before. Moving in situation. This situation involves marriage. So some of you are tying the knot. Some of you are getting engaged very soon. Clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. Again, more about manifesting, more about attracting something into your life by actually, getting clear in your mind and your heart space about what it is that you wish to manifest. That is the key to it. You've got to get clear. How do you get clear? Writing it out, journaling, doing a vision board. I sometimes use a recorder and record my thoughts on my cell phone. There's so many different ways, All right, so I wanted to take a look-see at the guidebook here. Worth the wait. I'm just going to read a couple of words for each of these cards. Divine timing is at work in your love life. Your soulmate relationship requires patience, as there are many factors involved. Your soulmate's free will choices are beyond your or the angel's control, as is the readiness of both you for your true love. This card comes to you as a reminder that this relationship is worth waiting for. Divine timing is a universal law that is always in operation. It is the flow of everything. If we try to impose our human will and force things to happen, we become out of sync with nature and experience blockages. Similarly, if we fret, when will I meet my soulmate? We put worry energy out into the universe. And when we put worry energy out into the universe, you get what? More scenarios that result in worrying for you. Does that make sense? Because it's, as opposed to really trying to focus on what it is that you want, which would then bring in more of what you want, you're bringing in more of what you don't want by focusing on it. Your role is to listen to and follow your intuition, even if it seems unrelated to your desire. Your intuition is like a guide dog leading you along the path of answered prayers. Follow your intuition and trust in the timing of the relationship. Wedding. This situation involves marriage. You drew this card because of an upcoming wedding, your own or someone else's. It comes to you because marriage plays a role in the answer to your question. For some people, this card could be a validation that you will get married and ask you to keep the faith and continue enjoying your life without worry about your future marital status. For others, this card signals that you'll meet a significant other at an upcoming wedding or experience something that will lead to new romance for you. It can also represent your parents' marriage and the way it affected your feelings and beliefs about relationships. In a few cases, this card asks you to look at your present and past marriages and review your feelings with the intention of healing your heart and your relationship. Healing some old wounds surrounding relationships. Perhaps it's time to enlist a marital counselor to help you both sort out how you feel. And sometimes this card can signal the end of a marriage, in which case the angels support everyone involved as you come to an understanding about the experience and renew your heart's willingness to love. Some of you, like I said, will be walking away from the situation. Marriages will be ending and dissolving. Relationships will be ending and dissolving next month or April. Doing this reading now in March, but in April, this is what some of you may be encountering. But it's not all bad, because on the other side is happiness for you. You know, what's better, being in a relationship that's not that great, or being happy and being by yourself? For me, I would sign up for being happy and being by myself, but that's just me. That's just me. All right. Very soon. This card asks you, what do you want? It demands very clear and specific answers. Just like putting in your order at a restaurant, the universe has been listening to your thoughts and feelings about your love life and has brought you what you asked for. When you complain about what's served to you, it's only because you placed an unclear order. Getting clear again is super important. As soon as you are perfectly straightforward about what it is you desire, it comes to you upon the wings of angels in an instant. You drew this card because it's time for you to get clear and honest with yourself and formulate your request with faith and optimism. Trust your feelings and make decisions for yourself about what's best for you. Okay, some powerful advice here. And I want to just leave with some lovely healing words. Spirit, what advice do you have for our Scorpio friends in terms of bringing more healing into their life, since that's what you have clearly indicated they have going on in April? What do they need to work on then, since there's some healing to be done for Scorpio in April 2018? You know I like a jumping card, please. Thank you. Phoenix Rising. I love this message. I love this card. It's time to rise, sweet Phoenix. It's time to rise up from the ashes. Time to rise up to your full potential, where in your life is this happening? Let's take a look at the guidebook to give us some closing words to close out the reading. We have everything in your life is falling apart in order for you to rise from the ashes with renewed strength. Falling apart. And remember, don't judge everything at face value. Yes, things may look like they're falling apart. Stop comparing yourself to other people's paths and journeys. This is about you and you. Okay? That says, this is not a time to create, but a time to sweep away everything that has not worked in your life. The reason so many things are breaking down, and you may feel that you are walking through the fires of life right now in order to be cleansed and purified for your rebirth. Soon you will not recognize yourself. You are reclaiming your spirit. If possible, try to isolate yourself from the chaos surrounding you. Now is the time for you to feel any pain that you have previously suppressed so that you can heal. Right? Sorry. Wow. The universe has plans and opportunities that are better than you can imagine. So let go and trust and anticipate what is coming, Scorpio. Like what I had mentioned earlier, I love when it's all synchronistic in the reading and it's speaking to the other cards in the reading, because it's so true. Spirit wants you to work on this, right? Clear this stuff up. That's what these two cards were saying. And it was so beautifully summed up in this card's meaning, that Spirit, at the end of the day, wants you to clear up these wounds so you can have a beautiful, even foundation to start manifesting those dreams. But, hun, you got to get clear about what those dreams are. Please work on that this month. And you got to spend some time having some clarity of thought around things that happened in the past. Really look at it from kind of an objective eye now. Not the wounded person anymore, but the person who's saying, you know what? I think I've healed from this now, and I think I'm ready to let go and move on. All right, my loves, thank you so much for watching. Many blessings. I'll see you all in the next video. Bye. Hello, Sagittarians. We are doing your monthly April life and love and abundance readings. Let's go in and get right on into it. Let's see what we've got going on for April 2018 for our Sagittarian friends. What's going on? And I could also say that it's not just for April 2018. It's for any time that you've watched this video, wherever you are in your life. Maybe this message hits you just when you need it. Okay. So all right, so these are the energies, Sagittarians, that you're working with in the month of April, or whenever you're watching this video. Wisdom, transformation, dreams. So we have wisdom. You know, this is a season for you, a time for you where you're really having to draw upon wisdom, inner wisdom, wisdom of others even, as you navigate this transformation, as you navigate towards reaching and attaining your dreams and pursuing your dreams. This has been something, though, that has been going on for a long time. And now you are in this season of transformation and it's all because you are doing this to attract and achieve your dreams. But you are relying not on the wisdom of yourself, but higher wisdom from the divine, which is also guiding you to people who are sharing and imparting guidance, wisdom, mentorship for you in the month of April. So for some of you who are also their lunar sign is Sagittarius, this also would be affecting you as well. So you are having a season, if you will, of immense and powerful transformation and change for the better, because it's moving you towards the dreams that you are trying to achieve and that you have been trying to achieve. It's really powerful and it's really beautiful. All right, Spirit. What does Sagittarians need to surrender in order to have a really powerful month and, you know, future going forward? Any other messages? Three. Okay. Surrender your need to always be right. Give others the gift of letting them be right. Be yielding, not rigid. This will help you resolve conflicts and improve your relationships. It's really important even for me to see that. You know, sometimes we know that we're right. We just know. And deep down in our heart that we are the one that's right in the argument. But even if you are, sometimes it's just better to let the other person be right. And you say sorry. You be the humble one and say, you know, we were wrong. We didn't do this right. I didn't do this right. Let me make this right. And it will heal the situation. So for those of you who may be facing something like that, just know that this is the confirmation that you need, that in this situation, and not every situation, but in this one, you can surrender your need to always be right. Beautiful. All right. What tarot wisdom, Spirit, do you have for the month of April, or whenever Sagittarians are watching this, or those who love Sagittarius? What advice do you have? What are they going through? What will they be working through in the month of April? That's too many. Thank you, Spirit, though. Just a couple more messages. Ooh, okay. All right, well, we'll just stop at 3. Nice. First card that jumped was the King of Cups. Beautiful. Then we have the Sun card. Awesome. Awesome. Then we have the Six of Wands. Amazing. So in the month of April, my lovely Sagittarians, you are having a like I said, a powerful time here. It almost, because look, I have this card sitting under the wise owl, and it probably is no coincidence. You know, the wise owl is always right, but you don't have to be right. So in this instance, I just get a sense that this is just kind of coming across here, kind of manifesting here and here. Same messages. King of Cups, you have now mastered your emotions, a master of your emotional state. You have been able to follow the divine guidance from maybe a mentor or someone who has great wisdom, someone who has a great command on the subject matter that you've been needing to gain some insight on. And so it's quite assuring, right, to be able to come to a place where you just feel emotionally solid for a change. Things just seem to be going in the right direction for you. You know, your finances are such that you're not like really pinching pennies as much, if at all. You know, everything seems to be just working out beautifully. You're having friendly interactions with people. You are able to show immense compassion for others. And so in turn, people are being, very responsive to that energy you're giving out and wanting to hang with you, be with you. You are able to, with the King of Cups, it's about intuition, emotions. Cups represents like emotions, intuition. And so you now have really tapped into knowing your inner wisdom, knowing what to guide you. And it's all so you can move towards this great energy of the Sun card. The Sun card let me tell you, it's one of the most awesome cards because it represents joy, success, vitality, optimism. It represents, you know, really reaching those goals that you've been setting out, those dreams. You're finally starting to see the sun. The sun is coming up, right? And you're now starting to see your dreams in the horizon. Whereas before it was dark, you couldn't quite see them, right? Now you can. Now you are in awe. It is awesome. It is an awesome time for you. But transformation does not come without a little bit of hardship, because you're going through change, and change doesn't always come easy, but it's always for a worthwhile cause. And you have your wisdom, your wise intuition to support you, to support what you're trying to accomplish here, which is this sun energy, joy, success, vitality. And then finally we have the Six of Wands. You will be successful in April. Anything you touch, Sagittarians, you will be successful, and it'll be like gold. Again, another positive card of success. People recognizing you for, the greatness that you are, of what you offer, what you bring to the table. April will be a month where people are celebrating you, Sagittarians, where they are like really wanting to be in your presence and company. You may even find yourself receiving awards or accolades, fame even for some of you. Some of you may even find yourself getting some instant fame going, maybe some local fame, within your workplace or within your neighborhood or your community. It's just really a positive time for you. Enjoy this time, because these times for folks don't always come. And this is a powerful manifestational time for you, Sagittarians. So I would encourage you to take advantage, get clear about your dreams, take time to journal, take time to make vision boards and view those vision boards every day as you need to, because this is a time to really capitalize on the success that you've got going on. All right. What is affecting our Sagittarian friends internally and or externally in the month of April, or when they watch this video? What will be, sorry guys, I'm getting sleepy. Let's see, what's affecting Sagittarians internally or externally in the month of April. First card that jumped up was sentimental feelings. So you're going to definitely be feeling sentimental, but in a very positive way, because you're going to be celebrated. You're going to be emotionally fulfilled in April. You're going to feel loved and valued for a change. It's going to feel really nice. We'll look at the additional meanings in a moment from the guidebook. And then a new exercise program. You're finally taking that leap again, Sagittarians. You're not just going through an emotional transformation, my friends. You are going also through a physical transformation, where you are, because of the, let me tell you something quickly about my own weight loss journey, for example. It wasn't until I really started working on my thought patterns surrounding my perception of my body and my weight, quote unquote, weight loss journey. It wasn't until I changed those things that I really quickened or hastened my weight loss. It was almost like the pounds peeled off, versus when I felt like I was pounding away in the gym and not really losing anything at all, because all I could focus on was the weight I had, versus focusing on the body that I love now. I was able to feel this body several months ago when it was a few pounds heavier, if that makes any sense. So let's take a look at the guidebook for additional meanings. So, look, I turned right there. Additional meanings could be recovering a lost sentimental object, creating a scrapbook, writing your memoirs, that's exciting, paying tribute to a loved one, collecting vintage items. But I get a sense that this is more about, you know, all of this stuff going on in your life. This is causing a lot of joy, a lot of happiness. So there's opportunities that are coming up, you know, maybe in the romance area where you are finally experiencing a goal, maybe starting a relationship, for example, that you're seeing the beginnings of. Maybe it's a new business that you're finally seeing some tangible results. It could be some job prospects, some interviews that are coming up, and that employers are finally taking notice to you and even extending offers in the month of April, or when you watch this video. So it's a beautiful time. There's a reason, a positive reason to have sentimental feelings. Then we have the new exercise program. You know, it's time to get started with an exercise program, is what it says. This means that you just need to start getting into motion, especially if you've been sedentary for a while. There's, you know, a time where you are going to, in April, go on nature walks or hikes. Some of you may take up yoga. Some of you are attending a class that teaches about healing methods and exercises. For others, this is about mental stimulation and study to exercise your mind, not necessarily your physical body, but your mental body, your mental self. You know, so there's some physical and emotional and mental transformations happening to you as well, which is quite beautiful. How can Sagittarians bring in more abundance into their life? Oh, this is nice. I love this. Any other messages, Spirit? First one is gratitude list, which is so on point with what I was saying earlier. You've got to get clear, and how you get clear is by assessing what you got and being grateful for what's to come. Very important. Even if it's not in your physical realm yet, be grateful for it anyway. Put it on a list. If it helps you to have a separate list for things that have not quite manifested on the physical plane yet, that's okay. You can have a list for that. I personally like to have my list all kind of mixed together as if they all have manifested, because they have. A gratitude list. Counting your blessings and feeling gratitude for what you already have helps you to be centered in your heart instead of fixated on worries in your mind. What and who are you grateful for right now? Keep focusing upon gratitude, and you'll discover the amazing generosity of this universe. Uber important. You've got to have a lot to be grateful for. Release resentments about money. Yes, the money system of the world can seem upsetting, but holding resentments about finances just pushes your abundance away. Instead, see money as a tool you can use to better the world, and this shift will help you attract support and golden opportunities. Have courage to ask for and accept help. Asking for help is a sign of strength, and as is accepting it as is offered to you. Very often when you ask God for help, prayers are answered through other people. Be sure to accept this assistance as well as give it to others as you are guided. So all of this to say, this is super good, important medicine for you. You know, this one was also important, surrender. This is going to help us, a few of you who are watching this, in a specific situation that's going to come up in April. And trust me, it will help you get some healing quickly. This is important for your abundance journey, as is releasing your resentments about money. It's definitely, those resentments are blocking your blessings, okay? Don't block your blessings by keep holding on to resentments, thinking that money is bad or people who have money are evil. That is simply not true. That is something that's a construct that some of us have adopted, and it's just not true. You need to find a new construct, a new way of thinking about things, okay? Have courage to ask for and accept help. That's super important. As you go on this journey, you can gain your wisdom from internal sources and external sources. So, the wisdom could lead you to actual help to manifesting your dreams. All right. Let's do a love reading here for our coupled and single Sagittarians. Spirit, what's going on in April in the love area for our Sagittarian friends, coupled and single? All right, Sage of Wands, I believe, which is the King of Wands. Nice. 10 of Wands. 2 of Vessels. Nice. Okay. Woo. Well, there's also no shortage of sexual chemistry and connection this month for our Sagittarian friends. With the King of Wands going on, there could be very much a King of Wands, a passionate man in your midst, or passionate, not necessarily a man, but someone who is very, ambitious, very, you have a chemistry with this person because they're very passionate. But for some of you, you're carrying on the burdens of maybe your partner or other people, and it's starting to wear on you with the 10 of Wands. It is starting to affect your relationship if you are in a relationship, or your dating life if you're single. It is time for you to burn up these wands of other people's issues and baggage. And let other people carry their own issues and baggage. You need to, it looks like the spotlight is on this person to really look at and take a close look at what you really need to be focusing on versus, carrying around other people's burdens, because it's affecting your love life. If you're in a relationship, it's certainly affecting you and your partner's connection, because your passions are being blocked by doing busy stuff for other people. That's just not really going to help your relationship or you find love in the long run. But ultimately, you find balance in the month of April anyways. Despite this, you still find a way to balance time for work and for love and for life and family and friends and romantic relationships. So I'm encouraged by that. This energy is fleeting. This carrying on people's burdens, it's fleeting for you Sagittarians. Let's see what love advice we have through the Oracle. What love advice do we have for our Sagittarian coupled up and single to go with this tarot reading here? What advice? What advice do we have? Okay. We have healing family issues. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. Getting to know each other as you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. And I'll read from the Romance Angels Oracle Guidebook on this. Healing family issues. The answers to your prayers about your love life are based in your feelings about your mother and father. The romance angels see that you benefit from releasing old anger toward one or both of them. That's because your feelings about your parents influence your choice of romantic partner and the way in which you deal with relationships. You can ask the angels to help you put forgiveness into action. To forgive someone doesn't mean that you're endorsing his or her behavior. The angels will tell you rather that doing so is a form of deep emotional detoxification. It means I'm no longer willing to carry toxic energy within my mind and body. When you find inner peace with your parents, you'll no longer need to attract unhealthy relationship patterns and partners as a way of healing family emotional wounds. All of your relationships, especially the one you have with yourself, will benefit. And that's what I get here, is that you will champion your inner passions and wants and desires. We see this with the King of Wands. And that this is the baggage of the past, maybe your parents' baggage that you carry into your current relationships. I get a sense that, with temperance or with the two vessels, you find a way to finally balance that, to kind of say, I'm not taking all of this baggage from my parents. Yeah, there's some things maybe one or two things I could adopt from my parents, but most of the stuff I'm going to burn away and let go because it's no longer serving my relationships. It's no longer serving me. It never really did. I'm letting it go. And we can think of many examples that we carry over, the legacy of our parents' issues. I could think of many things that I've carried over, into my into my relationships over and over again, patterns from relationship that I've seen in my parents' relationship. So we just have to be mindful of that. It will stir up sentimental feelings. It will stir up things that you need to work on. But it's worthwhile in order to, because you're transforming, and you're transforming every aspect of yourself. Getting to know each other as you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. Okay, it's time to reveal your true feelings, your dreams and desires, and the other innermost aspects of yourselves to your partners. You discover commonalities and learn new ways of relating. If you're presently in a relationship, this card is a message of healing through honest dialogue. This is particularly true if you've stuffed down feelings instead of discussing them with your partner. Perhaps sitting together with a counselor will give you the strength and support to admit them. Regardless, this card clearly guides you toward holding deep and honest discussions for the benefit of your love life. Time to get honest and clear, okay? Time to get honest and clear. But I get a sense you will do that. No doubt about it. I get a total sense that that's going to happen. Why? Because we have the Temperance card. That's assuring me of that. Like, it's just going to be a natural progression here for you. Let's get some closing words from our Heal Yourself reading deck, Spirit. In terms of healing, what can Sagittarians do next month to bring some healing, growth into their life? Nice. Have faith. Keep the faith. Even through difficult times of transformation, even when it's still dark and you'll have darkness, you'll have light, but you have to hold the faith that everything is unfolding as it should be, as it needs to be, okay? Let's read from the guidebook to take us on out for this reading. Have faith, 22. Faith requires you have to believe in something that is not yet evident to the naked eye. To generate more faith, focus on the why. I love this. Ooh, my language. Your dreams, desires, feelings, attitudes, and thinking, and not on the how, action plans, strategies, and skills. Your whole life you have been taught to think about the how, which leads to doubt and fear. The wisdom of this card is asking you to only focus on the why. The magic that will happen if you stop focusing on the how and only on the why is that after some time of practice, you will notice that the how will present itself to you. It is through your focused, positive thinking that you will create people, circumstances, and events that will take you closer to your dreams. What you have mostly done is to focus on the how, which has made you doubt yourself because you're focusing on your smaller self and not your greater self, which is your connection to God's self, okay? This means that you are vibrating negative thoughts into the universe, keeping your dreams away. Remember, you were created to be a co-creator here on earth, designed for achievement. Faith is knowing that everything is going to work out the best possible way, no matter what things may look like on the outside. And yes, at times transformation may not be so pretty. Arguments may arise as you change and transform. Things will come up. Resentments about money, resentments about asking people for help, resentments about your parents and things going on. But even still, there's a lot of good going on here. It's all for your higher and greater good. So you need to hold and have faith that everything is working out in its divine way and purpose for you. You need to believe that, know it to be true, and it is to be. It is to be. All right, my lovely Sagittarian friends, thank you so much for watching and coming along on this ride with me. Such a blessing to do this reading for you. Thank you so much for watching. Catch you all in the next video. Bye.